Alright, so let's see here something. I want to get into the skill training. Okay, so here's the deal. In EVE Online, unlike in other MMORPG games, when you start a character, you don't have predefined professions to choose. In other MMO games, you go you select the race, you make a new character, and then you choose a profession to play with. But here, this is a sandbox MMORPG without predefined professions. You have skills that you can train. Your character has a lot of skills to train, to choose from, to train. Okay. You have the skills. And when you start the game, one of the most important things is to set a path of progression. Okay, so you have to make up your mind on what you want to do, because if you see one of the sayings that a lot of people, it's a catchy phrase in EVE Online. One of the things that people always say sometimes say when referring to the game is that EVE is real, and sometimes most of the times this is due to the real life player gatherings that occur within the player community. That there's these player run gatherings where the company shows new stuff for the game and new products that they are working on. But the phrase "EVE is real," it's not just referring to these events. It's also because the game mimics, or at least mirrors, with high definition, with high fidelity, some of the economy aspects of real life. Economy and other things, social interactions. This is a game that focus heavily on player interaction. It's a highly competitive, extremely competitive game, and it kind of forces interactions between the players. So it's if you want to succeed in the game, if you start the game for the first time, if you want to succeed, it's extremely important to set a progression path, to know what you want to do. Because if you can start the game training skills and selecting, for instance, you go here, skills, and you can select millet. Here in EVE Echoes, this is more streamlined. You can use, if you select, you want to go into the military, or you want to be a combat-oriented pilot, or you want to be an industry pilot, just an industrial tycoon, or you want to be a business guy, a trader that builds stuff and sells, or just manipulates the market, buying and selling and buying, etc. There's other stuff. There's like mining, but mining is related to the industry. There's hauling. You can be a hauler, just hauling goods for other people in freighter ships. But what I was talking about is that, like, it's important for you. But this is already here. What you have here, this is predefined sets of skills that you can select. For instance, if you select here a skill, career, military, it will when I click confirm here, it will automatically add skills to my profile that I can choose to train. Alright, but you can I'm not sure if here in this game you can do that, but in EVE Online, in the PC game, when you start, you have to buy the skills, buy all the skills that you want to train, and then you place them in your skill queue and you start training them. The training is passive, it trains over time. You can with the new business model, you can buy small amounts of skill points to inject or to, and also you can earn small amounts of skill points by just playing the game. You complete certain missions, certain events, and it will give you a little bit of skill points, little amounts of skill points to inject into your training queues. But most of the skill is done passively. Here I think it works the same way. Most of the in EVE vehicles, I think most of the skill training is also passive. You put a skill in the training queue and you start training it, you press play and it starts to train. As the time goes by, it trains. Here, frigate command. This is a frigate command, for instance, is a general skill. This is a skill that is useful for whatever skill career, for whatever capsuleer career you choose. You're gonna be flying frigates, be them combat frigates or mining frigates or other types of frigates. Maybe later on, if you decide that you are flying bigger ships, then you don't need to train this anymore. But for starting out, I think you're gonna need this anyway. So yeah, what I was saying is that it's important for you to select, to know beforehand what you want to do, because if you have a predefined career, a predefined training path, then you can just train the skills that interest for that profession. Okay, and instead of being if you start training one skill here, one skill there, you train a little bit of combat skills, then you train a little bit of mining skills, and your character ends up being a jack of all trades and a master of none. But if you focus on a certain path, and if you train skills that boost that path, if you train skills that boost that field of that profession, if you train the skills that are useful for that profession, then you will be very good at that profession, be it combat, military, or industry, or trading, or something else. Okay, if you want to be, since it's a very competitive game, it's important that you are very good at what you do so that you can succeed. If you want to succeed, of course, you can just kick back, lay back, and train a little bit of a skill here, another skill there. You can go about the game like that in a relaxed way. But if you want to be good at something, you gotta choose what you want to do and then train skills that are useful for that. Okay. See here, I trained the skill, I trained frigate command, and now I unlocked tech 2 ships, propulsion, repairing. This in EVE Online, it doesn't appear. This doesn't appear. But you train a skill and you unlock stuff, but it doesn't make a pop up like this. Right. So, since I started this character to be a combat fighter, to be a combat pilot, I'm going to train combat skills. I'm gonna select here the skill career, military. I'm already training one here. And then the thing is that the skills add bonuses to your character, and the higher they are, the better bonuses the character will have for a certain thing. For like frigate command, I think gives you more. Your ship will be faster or will have better capacity storage. Stuff like that, you know. the more you train the skills, the better your ship will navigate, the better your guns will operate, the better your mining lasers will, the more ore your mining lasers will strip, the bigger your cargo hold will be, stuff like that. Okay. For instance, in trading, if you train the trading skills, the higher they are trained, the more orders you can place in the market, the more stuff you can buy and sell at the same time, the distance from which you can place orders in the market will also increase, stuff like that. Okay, so if you have the skills at a higher level, you will be more efficient at the profession that you choose for your character. Okay, so here I have a little bit of free points that I can use on the skill that I'm currently training. No skill in training, gotta put one. Alright, pretty good defense upgrade. Maybe I will stop this because I wanna get into a destroyer. It's a ship that specializes in destroying frigates. So maybe I should look for the destroyer skills. I think here in Eve Echoes, when you select one of these career paths, it gives you some skills. It gives you some skills automatically for your character to train, but then the specialty ones you gotta buy them in the market and add them to your skill queue. Now here it's recommended me to train this skill first. I think that's the only one I have right now. If I want another ones, I'm gonna have to buy them. Market, this market here, I think this here, I thought the skills would be tradable here just like in the main game, but looks like not. Oh no, actually this is how it works. You have tech levels. Here I'm at 79% of tech level 2. If I break through another tech level, then I have more skills that I can acquire. Alright, so can I spend this free SP? To train this skill to unlock the next one. So here in Eve Echoes, that's how it works. You select a career path, and then it gives you a certain skill, some certain skills. Tech 1 skills, then Tech 2 ones, Tech 3, Tech 4, etc. It doesn't work like Eve Online, the PC game. In Eve Online, you can, if you have enough money, you can buy them. You can buy whatever skills you want from the market, and you can inject them as long as you have the requirements. Some of the the most advanced skills have high requirements. You gotta train some other less advanced ones before in order to be able to inject and train them. Right, so now I don't have any skill points left. I already expedited them, so this is training passively. It will take a little bit, so but I think I have here some in the mail. I think I have some free skill points in the mail too. Oh, this is the map. Where's the mail? Survey, agreed to participate. Maybe I'll do that later. I'll take this survey later. Okay, so here, free skill points is for the test rewards. Dear Capsuleers, in order to help you enjoy the game, we've prepared the following rewards. Please check them out. Thanks for your support and understanding. 1.5 million. Yang Jun skip ship tests. Oh, they're giving us free battle cruisers. Yan Jun battle cruiser. I think this is the new race that they're adding to the game. Yang Jun, I think this is a new race. Okay. Compensation for Stargaze traffic jam. Last few days, some players got stuck in some solar system. Thank you for your continued support. Okay. We are preparing exciting novice supplies for the official launch. We sincerely invite you to try out our new Yangzhou prototype destroyer in this current test, which later will also be included. Official launch supplies. Please kindly find this ship in the game, in-game mailbox, and give it a try. Okay. I'm gonna be able to train a lot with all these skill points. I'm gonna make some big training. Beta testers, don't forget to check out the 20 times reward at Natural Science Biology Super Acceleration skill. Natural Science Biology Super Acceleration skill, okay. See here in the character sheet, it says alpha clone. So I think this game is gonna work like with the same business model as the main one, as EVE Online. In order to have the full account benefits, you gotta have Omega clone, you gotta have a premium account, you gotta buy Plex and activate it. can buy it with money, or you can buy it from other people in the in-game market. Not sure if that will be available here too, but we'll see. So I had to go here. Natural science, biology, super acceleration skill. So here's the skill tree. Here in Ivecos, you go here to this place instead of buying them on the market from NPCs. You come here. You come here, skills, menu, skills, and then click up here. This thing, the tech level, there's also not in the game. In EVE Online and in the main game, just here. So natural science, biology, super acceleration skill. But this is just useful for industry, manufacture, efficiency, research efficiency. I'll use this when I make the minor character. I'm gonna make another character, an industrial one. Maybe I use this on the other one. These skills here that have this omega symbol here, this means that they are only usable with an omega account. You gotta pay the premium accounts to be able to train and use ships and modules that require these skills. Most of the advanced ones are like that. Basic ones you can use for free with the free accounts. So okay, I see. When you select the career path here in this game, gives you a bunch of skills that and then you train that bunch of skill automatically with this thing here, the tech level. Numerous corporations have been established by capsuleers and ingredients. CCP it's highly recommended you join one. You'll find it helpful in the future. I already have my own. Don't you see in my name? CCC. Now open the corporation page palette. Tap the character icon at the top. Tap the corporation in the top pop menu. Okay. So I just unlocked Tech 7 ships. Battle cruisers and industrial ships. When I played the open beta test, this wasn't in the game yet, the premium account skills. You could use everything. in EVE Online, the main game, you also don't have tech levels like this. The most, I think the highest one there is 3, tech level 3 for tech 3 ships. There's no such thing as tech 7 ships or something like, or any of that. Alright, so now I'm gonna go into the destroyer and cruiser skills. These ones with the little Omega are just available for the Omega account. So I'm gonna train destroyer engineering, destroyer capacity, power grids, mark capacitor name. All of this in a queue. Frigate command. These are the essential skills. Destroyer command. Oh, I don't have enough ISK. I have to go complete missions. Buy any more skills. Have to go get some money. These propulsion modules, this is essential. Oh, you know what? Actually, I should have bought a ship first. Instead of spending all the money on skills. Destroyer skills. With these coupons that I have here. skills to the max before I go out. Shield operation. Got a lot of free skill points. Can spend this at will. And I get the ship really pimped up. Engineering. And all of this frigates too. Home this way. Skill point injections. Weapon technology. I'm gonna train cannons cannons, projectile. And that's what I'm gonna use as a min matar. Was a lot of skill points that they gave us. That was really cool. Didn't see this before. This doesn't exist in EVE Online on the main game. I don't think so. I'll train it anyway. Oh wait, no, this is a type of weapon. I'll skip this. Alright, so I trained all the combat skills that I have available right now. Trained them to the max. And here there's also industrial and social science, applied science, but I'm not going to train those because this character is going to be a fighter, a combat pilot. So see, this is what I was talking about before, about making the choices, making sure that you have a career path set before you start training the skills, because if you don't, you end up training a little bit of industry skills, train a little bit of mining or production or something like that, and then you train a little bit of science, and you train some auto cannons, some ship maintenance. Well, ship maintenance is always good because whatever profession you choose, you need shield repairs, you need armor repairs, etc. for defense. But yeah. If you are a miner, it's not worth training gun skills or missiles. If you are a combat pilot, you're not gonna train ship building, production, or resource processing. You see what I mean? You get the point, right? So if you are a researcher, you train researching skills. Craft blueprints for production, planetary exploration, etc. Biology this must be for producing implants. Yeah, so you should train skills related to the stuff that you want to do in the game. You should first thing you should set out. You should stipulate a career, something that you want to do, and then train skills that will be useful for that. Alright, so I'm just gonna go, I trained the skills, so I'm gonna go undock and see if I can get some ISK to buy a better ship.